Good evening all, welcome to another exciting edition of Sports in the North. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Topping sports, the senior girls of St. George's tipped off against the Lady Knights of C.R. Walker in the 21st annual Geneva Rutherford Girls Basketball Classic. It was a dogfight to the finish, but when the clock struck 0, it would be the Knights emerging as champions over the Jaguars. The Lady Jaguars came out determined to win, but the Knights of C.R. Walker had a different plan. The Jaguars were not able to get the much-needed defensive stops early in the game, and the Knights would capitalize on all opportunities given. It was a low-scoring affair all the way up to the third, with just over a minute remaining. St. George's would make some attempts to tie the score in the fourth, but it was a little too late as the time expired. C.R. Walker's Kevin E. Culmer had the hot hand of the night and was awarded with the most valuable player trophy. She finished with 10 points. Now the Knights are no strangers to the tournament and are past champions. Head coach Tia Rose says it was a tough win, but they were determined.
The win for me was a good win, and it's a good win for two of my senior players, Galon Delancey and Kevin E. Culmer, because this is their final year and this is their third time to the Geneva Rutherford, so they're taking home a championship well deserved. We did not come out victorious in Nassau, so we said come to Freeport and let's show our talent. The girls work hard. I have, two 12th graders leaving us this year. The rest of the team is in grade 11 and grade 10, and they wanted it more.
Heading now to scores from Game 1 of the O.B. Wilchcombe Derek Nesbitt Senior Girls Championship Series getting underway at the St. George's Gymnasium. The Lady Jaguars tipping off against the Lady Falcons. This one was a barn burner, but St. George's pulled off the win to take Game 1 over the Falcons 21-19. The junior girls of Bishop Michael Eldon and Mary Star Catholic Academy also went head-to-head. Bishop Michael Eldon took that game 8-4. And as the celebration continues in Stingerland for students and fans of Sunland Baptist Academy on the historic win, proud parent of the Academy, Peter Adderley, were among those celebrating at the airport when the champions arrived. Adderley explains why the win was so monumental for the Academy.
The 1960s and 70s, Sunland Lutheran School was predominantly white. Athletics was absolutely out of the question. It was budding on the late 80s and the early 90s that they started to show face in athletics. And it was an under 14 and under 16 team in the late 80s and early 90s with Chavez King, who happens to be the son of the principal of the school now. They won the under 14 and under 16 championship. And even after then, no one ever believed that Sunland would ever become a dominant force in basketball. It's a victory for Abaco, it's a victory for Grand Bahama, it's a victory for education, wanting to bring kids from the Family Islands and make something of them, not just for basketball. This is so much bigger than basketball.
And if you were watching the game, then you must have been on the edge of your seats like Bishop Godfrey Williams. Well, baseball is back. Season opener of the Grand Bahama Little League Baseball took place at the Amera Baseball Park this past Saturday, and it was a beautiful day for baseball. Some 20 teams are registered for this year's league, and organizers say starting in March, Thursday and Friday night games will be added to the schedule. Heading now into scores from Saturday's play in the coach pitch 8 and under, Master Traders 242 defeated the Lions 12-3. In the minor 10 and under, Buccaneers got over the Predators 11-2. As for the major 12 and under, Buccaneers outscored Predators 4-1. And in the junior 14 and under, Piranhas dominated the Buccaneers 6-0. Well, the trash talking continues as time winds down to the ZNS Healthy Lifestyle Month, beginning with the basketball jamboree on March 6th through 7th at the St. George's Gymnasium. Now, one of the big games that took place last year was dubbed as the Battle of the Building, as ZNS, aka Z-Bolts, took on the office of the Prime Minister. Even though they lost, Senior Superintendent Dolan Cawley is adamant that this year is going to be a different outcome.
With great interest the promo that ZNS had during a newscast to promote this event. They use a lot of camera tricks. I saw Darren and Philip and everybody dunking, trying to hype this event up. But I want to label last year's game as the one that got away. They defeated us by 1 point. This year, we're coming to destroy ZNS. So stay tuned, folks. We invite you to come out and be a part and witness this event, witness this destruction of the ZNS team by the OPM of Freeport Grand Bahama.
We are going to be dancing just like the Bishop. And that's your check on sports. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Until next time, make it a great one.